Ethan Moore was a quiet journalist who worked for a small newspaper in a cold coastal city. He wrote about forgotten crimes, missing people, and secrets no one wanted to remember. Truth always leaves a mark, he often said. One rainy evening, a brown package arrived at his office desk. There was no return address, no name, only 3 words written in black ink. This is yours. Inside the package was an old leather diary, worn at the edges, smelling of dust and time. Ethan frowned. Mine? He whispered, confused. He opened the first page and his breath stopped. The writing was his own handwriting, but the date was from 10 years ago. How is this possible? He asked himself. The first sentence said, "If you are reading this, you are already disappearing." Ethan laughed nervously. A joke? Someone playing with me? But as he turned the pages, his smile faded. The diary described moments from his life, moments no one else could know. His first job, his first heartbreak, the night his father died. Everything was correct. At the last written page, one sentence waited. "Tomorrow, I begin to erase you." Ethan closed the diary slowly. "Erase me?" he asked the empty room. Outside, thunder rolled. That night, Ethan could not sleep, and somewhere in the dark, the diary waited. The next morning, Ethan awoke with a strange feeling. Something was wrong. He stood in front of the mirror, staring at his face. "Why do I look unfamiliar?" he whispered. At work, his coworker passed him in the hallway. She looked at him, then looked away. "Good morning," Ethan said. She stopped, confused. "Sorry, do I know you?" she asked. His heart skipped. "Yes, I'm Ethan. We sit together every day." She shook her head slowly. "I'm sorry, I don't remember you." Fear crawled into his chest. That evening, Ethan opened the diary again. New words had appeared. Day 1. People begin to forget your face. His hands trembled. "Who is writing this?" he asked. He checked the last pages. Another line had appeared. "When the words vanish, so will you." Ethan noticed something worse. The first page was blank now. His childhood memory had disappeared. "Am I losing myself?" he whispered. He tried to write in the diary. The ink faded as soon as it touched the page. No, stop," he said. That night, he searched the city records, old newspapers, anything about strange disappearances. He found one story written 20 years ago. Local writer vanishes, only diary remains. The writer's name was scratched out, and the photo was blurred. "Is this my future?" he asked. In the silence of his apartment, the diary lay open. Another sentence appeared. Day 2 begins at midnight. Ethan went to the city library, searching for answers. An old librarian watched him carefully. "You look troubled," she said softly. "Have you ever heard of a diary that erases people?" Ethan asked. Her face turned pale. "Where did you hear that name?" she whispered. "Name?" Ethan asked. She leaned closer. "It is called The Vanishing Diary." She told him a story. Long ago, a journalist wrote secrets that powerful people wanted buried. Before he died, he cursed his own diary so no one could ever expose the truth. The diary protects secrets by erasing the one who writes them. Ethan swallowed. "But I never owned this diary before." She shook her head. "Maybe you did and forgot." Before he left, she warned him. "When your name disappears from the last page, you will die," she said. That night, Ethan checked the diary again. Another memory was gone. His mother's face missing from his mind. He ran to his computer, opened his old articles. His name was fading from them, letters disappearing one by one. E, T, H, then nothing. His phone rang. A whisper came through the line. "Stop writing or you will not exist tomorrow." The line went dead. Ethan looked at the diary. A new line waited. Day 3, you begin to forget yourself. On the third day, Ethan awoke not knowing where he was. He looked around his apartment. "Is this my home?" he asked. He checked his wallet. No ID, no name. Even his reflection felt like a stranger. At the newspaper office, security stopped him. "You are not allowed here," the guard said. "But I work here," Ethan replied. The guard shook his head. "No one by that name has ever worked here." Ethan opened the diary in panic. Only 2 pages remained with writing. Day 4, no records remain. He rushed to the city hall. Birth records gone, school files blank, medical history blank. It was as if he had never been born. That night, he remembered something. Years ago, he had received this diary before. He had used it to write about corrupt officials. Each secret he wrote made one person disappear. He had stopped terrified, and he had hidden the diary. But now the diary had returned to erase him. "Can I stop this?" he asked the empty room. The diary answered with new words. "Only the final truth can end the curse." One last page remained. Ethan remembered the biggest secret he had ever hidden. A powerful editor had ordered the murder of another journalist. Ethan had witnessed it, but he never wrote it. Now he understood. The diary wanted the truth, or his life. With shaking hands, Ethan began to write. He wrote names, dates, the murder. As the final sentence formed, pain filled his body. His hands turned pale, his voice faded, but the diary glowed softly. When he finished, only one line appeared. "Truth paid in blood." Ethan smiled weakly. "At least they will know," he whispered. His body fell to the floor, silent, gone. The next morning, police found an empty apartment. No body, no records, no name. Only an old diary on the desk. Inside, a fresh article was written exposing a murder from years ago. The newspaper published it. The editor was arrested, but no one knew who wrote the story. Weeks later, a young journalist found a brown package on her desk. No return address, only 3 words written in black ink. "This is yours." Inside the package was an old leather diary, worn at the edges, smelling of dust and time. She opened the first page, and on the first page, one sentence waited. "If you are reading this, you are already disappearing." If you like this type of content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.